morning. Good morning. Hi. I got a loud rooster. Hi, Morris. Good morning. Good morning, buddy. Oh, goodness. It's going to be another scorcher. They're talking about the earliest rain now as next Monday, and that not even being a good chance. So, wow. It's turning into my disaster summer of dryness. I want a rain shower really bad. Like, you know, 5 inches would be good. Good morning, Panther. Hi. You gonna move away from the danger zone? Hi. I got good stuff for you. I do. I have good stuff. We did a really good job watering yesterday, and I just did a good job watering in the backyard. Hopefully we'll be okay. The usual suspects will wilt, like that butterfly bush, but I don't know. I'll send Dawn out there to do 1 or 2 things, but mostly I think we're in good shape this morning. We got it in him. Hi, Gray. How are you doing? How's my sweet pea doing this morning? Yeah. Hi. Good girl. Good girl. The splash pad will be opening in a few minutes, and we got camp kids up here under the pavilion. Summer camp. Definite sign of the dry times. Well, that's been on for a while, looking all nice and wet. What do you mean the creek's drying up and there won't be frogs for the hawks?
I can be wrong, kitten. It's just I noticed yesterday when I was watering, I said, wow. Because there was a lot of water in there, and then I looked yesterday, it's like, wow, I can see the mud at the bottom of the thing. So in the next couple days, I think it's going to be getting really dry.
Well, when I was in the bathroom, I do think he came down, grabbed a frog, and took off. I didn't actually see the frog in his mouth, right, but he dove into the creek bed and then left. Yeah. So I think he got one, but that would make me really sad. I mean, they'll eat lizards and snakes and rabbits and right, maybe squirrels, but they prefer frogs.
Yeah, they're easy pickings.
Yeah. Dawn's helping me take my big camera to the car. Now they won't be out there anymore today for me to take a picture, now that I've got the right camera. Well, the tobacco is getting to the point where it needs to be topped. Flowers, they won't leave them on there long. I realize you can't help it, but good grief, Charlie Brown, just let me get on the turnpike and go around him. There were so many dump trucks coming down Piney Grove, Wilbon, and then up 55. It's just like the construction, the large equipment, I just want to get on the turnpike and put autopilot back on and just cruise. I want to cruise, baby. Thank goodness I'm not late. Came out to a Model 3. Next week I have an alternate appointment and won't be over here, and then the week after that's 4th of July week, so they were reminding me that I'm going to miss 2 weeks in a row. So Don's getting ready to head to the landfill. He's been at his computer doing a bunch of necessary tasks that just piled on one after the other. He wants to get all the trash and recyclables away from where the camper trailer, you know, JB's truck will be parked. You have a turn arrow, sweetie. Let's go. It does change weird if you're not used to knowing to look for that arrow popping up. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, it's so old school that, you know, I asked Don if he'd heard from JB, and he said, no, I'll call him shortly. Johnny's going to be at the house anyway. JB knows, you know, can get in on his own anyway. But it's like, it's so old school to have a family member traveling and not know where they are. You know, between the Tesla and our family all shares Google location services. you know, if you really want to know what time somebody's going to be home. Don said he looked last week on Tuesday to see, you know, so he could be ready to help me unload the groceries. Normally I say I'm leaving Whole Foods and you can add 30 minutes onto it, but I might not have done it that one time. And he's like, oh yeah, she's on, you know, halfway home from Whole Foods or something like that, and then went on about his business knowing I'd pop up in 20 minutes. So anyway, I got my spot down on the end. Those are all out-of-state plate Hertz vehicles. I want people to donate more plant pots. The bigger the better. There are some cute 4th of July things, patriotic things, flag things, but I didn't quite see anything I wanted to add to my stash. That sold, and with the rounded glass I can certainly see why I would get that, but the decal is not holding up, darn it. I would say that I have not put Climate Keep on quite as much this summer as some other summers, but I just wanted to say that every time I've tried to do it, it's not give me any trouble. Yeah, I'm probably going to close my service ticket. It's sometime in July, right? Still got some time to decide. I haven't tried to move it up. No reason. So Don and I have a comment for Tesla. When you put Climate Keep on and the air conditioning has been on, pretty much under no circumstances should the car try to turn on the heat. And it happens in Ruby and it happens in Jules. We don't need to heat the car up to the temperature. We just need to not let it, we just don't need to we need to let it rise to that temperature and then stay there is what we need, right? Like I was on 70, but while I'm in Whole Foods, 82 is good enough. I just don't want to come out with my cold groceries and the car be 114 with cabin overheat. I want it a little cooler than that. And I'm circulating the rear because Ruby has, you know, rear controls, and the groceries will be back there, so I want that part of the car to be cool, like up here. Anyway, yeah, especially in Jules with the heat pump, it will literally start pumping out noticeable amounts of heat, and it just shouldn't. I think it does in Ruby too. It shouldn't do that. It should know the AC was on. It should know the outside air temperature on a 90-degree day. No way do you want the heat to come on, pretty much. Maybe, I mean, I can't think of a reason. It just wastes energy. I wish they would be more efficient about it. Yeah, in the sun, I am feeling the heat now. Earlier, not so much. Now, yes. I'm thinking Ruby's nice and cool. I can hear her running. So I noticed while I was eating my snack in the Whole Foods parking lot, roast beef and hard-boiled eggs, of course, that Tesla had sent Ruby a happy Teslaversary, and also a request for a survey. Said, you know, they're really trying to improve, and it would take about 10 minutes, and would I mind doing the survey. So while I was sitting there eating, I did the survey, and it was pretty cool. So it wanted to know overall categories, what things that I love about my car, what things that I think needed improvement. You know, I pretty much love everything about Ruby, so you know, I'm just generally positive about my Tesla experience. You guys know that's not a surprise. It asked about how happy I was with charging, home, supercharger, destination charger, third party. I put for third party not applicable because, you know, years go by and we don't charge third party, and I don't really see that changing. But that I was very happy with the superchargers. I mean, I can't think of even one reason why I wouldn't be happy, especially anything under Tesla's control. I mean, I'm happy. They're safe enough. There's enough of them. They're in enough locations. They work well when I'm there. They do what I need them to do. I'm happy. There wasn't anything to put there. They asked about service. and it's the only place in the survey that I didn't give 5 stars. I gave 4 stars. Not gonna ditch service. I think there's a lot of really skilled and hardworking people in Tesla service, and new people need a chance to come up to speed. And really the only issue that I've had is communications, not with the work, well, I guess with the camera debacle, but the work done on the car generally has been good for both vehicles. So I just basically said it's hit or miss. Sometimes it's great, it's fast, there's good communication, I understand what's going on, it's all good, and other times, you know, it takes longer than promised, and the communication is mostly not what I need it to be. I mean, Don and I, you know, with our situation, we can afford for the car to sit up there for a few days. If it was our only vehicle, or we couldn't just hop in another vehicle when our vehicle's up there, or we didn't get a loan, you know, I can see why some people would be in more trouble than we are, but we have that luxury. So I said the main thing is sometimes the car's been promised at the end of the day, and the end of the day comes and has come and went, and the time didn't change, and there was no update to let me know that they weren't going to make the promised time. And it felt like, quote unquote, everybody went home and I don't have my car back. And especially, there wasn't enough room to put more, but especially when you live 45 minutes to an hour away, you know, if you assumed your car would be ready when it was supposed to be ready so that you could get up there while service was still open, many a day, you know, I could have ended up there and my car not be done. I, you know, knew to look out for myself so that that didn't happen. But anyway, I didn't totally ditch service, but if there's one area Tesla needs to improve, from my opinion, it was certainly service. Then they wanted to know where I charge my car. Did I live rural, suburban, urban, you know, that kind of thing. And I put suburban because we're sort of on the fringe of city living, but not city living, but we're not really rural anymore. Maybe we used to get, I don't know why she wanted to do that. Do not do that. No clue. I think I forgot to put in home. I probably should take just a minute here, go to navigation and click home. Yeah. Well, that's because I had to take you out of autopilot. Because you tried to do something wrong, and then I needed to fix navigation. All right, we're all good now. So, anyway, what was I saying? I was talking about, I wanted to know where I charged. And if I said I owned my own home, then it wanted to know if I had a garage at my house. So I thought those were very relevant and pertinent questions to understanding why someone might or might not be happy with their charging experience. It asked me, you know, what sex did I identify with, how old was I, what was my occupation, you know, the typical demographic sort of things. I thought it was a good survey. It really didn't take more than 10 minutes. It gave me a chance to do write-ins, because boy do I hate it when surveys ask me stuff and then they don't give me a chance for write-ins. I probably would have liked to have taken it at my computer and had 1,000 lines per, yeah, Ruby, I messed that up. 1,000 lines per answer, but I was still glad I did get to do a write-in. So we'll have to see if they do. Now there's a green arrow here, Ruby. So are you going to take the green arrow? Because we have one. Can we do this, Ruby? You going to do this right? Oh, yes. Very nice. Yeah. Well, I had to let you make the turn. I can't hold the steering wheel with the vice grip when you're turning. Otherwise, it takes me out. She seems to be seeing these lights, although I would say on approach to these lights that the overhead sign kind of blocks what's going on. So I wonder how she saw that red light, but she did do okay, but I don't think the red light's very visible. I felt like it was blocked by the overhead signage column. So you should, you know, if you've got a anniversary of your delivery coming up, you should check the Tesla app for your Tesla-versary message and see if you have a survey. Yeah. I know it's construction over here and new stuff, and yeah, you can see the stoplight in this direction just fine, but the other direction not so much. Well, we proved that she handled this new diamond special interface thing last week okay, and she's doing it just fine this week too. Basically out of it on the other side of this light. We've gone over the turnpike. I don't know what day it's going to open, and I don't know if it's going to open on time, but I do really think that they are getting close. Every time they post an update on one of the Facebook pages, people leave all kinds of nasty comments. Well, you guys never finish anything on time, or, you know, yeah, it's just a big waste of our money, and why are you doing this with the toll, and why are you doing that with the... I'm surprised that people will even... Yeah, well, we're not going down to 35 here, Ruby, because the people behind us will run us over. That's really unfortunate that they think the speed limit from there should be 35 mile an hour up to the stoplight. People are not gonna do that. Nope, we don't want to go into the Harris Teeter. She's got her turn signal on, but she didn't get in the turn. Yeah, here's where we want to go though. We do want to take the turn up here. Okay, next time the light turns green. Yeah, I really can't complain about how she did that at all. You know, life is all about the things you do versus the things you want to do. Like self-restraint in this case. I had a Mustang come and get right on my bumper. And, you know, I was in full self-driving. I'm still in full self-driving. And I, you know, turned onto Judd Parkway here to come into the house the back way. And I just could tell that this driver was going to do some things. I could just tell. So I didn't look if it was the sex of the driver. Got into the left lane and rattled the pipes and flew past me. And trust me, what I wanted to do was put my foot down and race them all the way up to the stoplight. That's what I wanted to do, but I didn't do that. I'm just over here a few mile an hour over the speed limit, minding my own business in full self-driving, not challenging and taking that driver on. I mean, they're really flying, but yeah, oh God, the things we have to stop ourselves from doing sometimes. Well, looky who's here, backing himself right into home spot. Hey, hey!
No matter what I do, it's 555 miles.
Every single time, huh?
Pretty much. It doesn't matter whether I go off a little bit somewhere. It doesn't matter. Yeah. There it is. Oh, yeah.
Nothing like an arrival afternoon project just to kick things off. Poor JB, his air conditioner went out on him at the campground last night, but thankfully we had an old air conditioner.
That's right.
Which hopefully will line up and fit and work no problem.
So there's the old air conditioner. We've got it out with no trouble. And so the new air conditioner, we measured it with the tape and it fit, and we did a dry fit on it. It fits. But the problem is the cord, you see, we cut the old cord. So we're gonna have to use a fine tool, cut a bigger hole, because this one has like a GFCI on it. This air conditioner's got a GFCI, so it's like you know, 2 inches by 1.5 inches by about 4 inches tall. So it's gonna have a pretty good opening to get down to the power.
The guys, I got the air conditioner installed and working, and I'm gonna work on bags probably 7 and 8 before we eat dinner. Remember, there's 10 bags total. So I finished bag 7, and it's bathroom, bathtub, vanity, toilet, really cute little ducky toilet tissue holder. So I see they have the instructions have the toilet tissue going the wrong direction. I'm gonna have to turn it around. That's probably all I got time for tonight. It's Taco Tuesday minus the taco shell for me. Boston butt with a little bit of barbecue sauce cooked in the Instant Pot and shredded. Vidalia onion, salsa, cheddar cheese, and sour cream.